Hello, my name is Sharon Mills. I'm the Tai Chi instructor for the Cypress. This will be a beginner class. The class is about 45 minutes long. We'll start with a warm-up. We'll go through the movements that we have learned before, and then I'll add on or do some review. We'll see what I decide to do along the way. If you haven't taken this class before, welcome. So Tai Chi is very slow, smooth, controlled movement. Nothing should be painful or uncomfortable. If any of the movements bother you, feel free to modify them or just don't do that movement until we move on to something else. You're welcome to sit anytime during the class. You can sit part of the time, stand part of the time, or sit the whole time, or stand the whole time, whatever works for you. You can also have a chair nearby to use for balance as well. So you may not feel like you want to sit, but you may want to have something to hold on to. So a chair or a countertop work well for that. You may also want to have some water nearby, have a sip of water as we go through the class. I think that's all I have to tell you. So we'll start with our warm-ups. If you're thinking about conserving some energy during the class, this is a good time to start seated actually. The warm-ups, we start from our neck and we work our way down. So neck, shoulders, and spine is a good time to work in a seated position if you would like. So if you're sitting, pull yourself away from the back of your chair so you can sit up nice and tall, feet flat on the ground. If you're standing, a comfortable standing position. And we'll start with our neck. So we're going to let our arms float up. Turn your palms in towards your face. Gently pull your neck back. Let your neck relax. Hands come out. Chin comes down. We do each one 3 times. Let your arms float up. Palms turn in. Gently pull your neck back. Let your neck relax. Hands come out. Chin comes down. And once more. Second neck exercise starts the same way by letting our arms float up. This time we'll let one hand rest on a pretend table. Look at the other hand like you're looking in a mirror. Gently turn your neck towards that upper hand and come back to center. Changing hands. Let your hands pass each other in the center. Notice that our palms are opposite each other as they pass by. And now your other hand is resting on that pretend table. Looking at your hand like you're looking in a mirror, gently turn your neck to the side and back to center. Changing hands. And center. And center. One more each side. And back to center. Moving down to shoulders, we'll have gentle shoulder circles coming forward and to the back. Arms out to the side, take a breath in and breathe out. Breath in and out, and once more. Good. Moving down to spine, we'll hold a pretend ball. The bottom arm is going to come up and push up towards the ceiling, the other hand pushing down towards the ground. Hands come back together, bottom hand rises, the other hand sinks. And if your arms don't move that far, that's fine, just within your comfort range. So as you're reaching up, again, if your arm doesn't go so far, it's fine. Think about pulling up at the crown of your head and sinking your tailbone down, either towards the ground or into the chair if you're sitting. Hands come back together. Notice again we have that connection. The palms are opposite each other in the center. Hand rises, the other hand sinks. Nice long spine. Hands come back together. And once more. Hands come back together, holding the ball. Notice which arm is on top. We're going to gently turn from belly button or just below in the direction of that upper arm. Just a small turn. Now we're going to change hands. So the bottom hand rolls forward, the top hand rolls back, and now we've changed hands. So again, moving towards the arm that's up. I'm going to move in this direction. Gentle turn, changing hands. Change hands, moving through center to the other side. And come back to center. Good, and relax, shake it out. We're going to move down to hips now. If you've been sitting, this is a good time to stand if you feel you're ready to. Or again, you can stay seated throughout the whole class if you prefer. So if you've been sitting or even standing and you have some concerns about balance, you can have a chair nearby to rest your hand on, or you can work near a countertop to rest your hands on. So wherever you are, comfortable position, we're going to let the arms float up to heart height. As they come down, we're going to shift weight to one side. The other heel comes forward. So I've landed on my heel, my hands come to the back, resting on a pretend table. Come to the center, get your balance. The arms come forward and to heart height, and the ball of the foot comes to the back. Come to center, shifting weight. Other heel comes forward, hands move back, landing on that pretend table. Come to center, get your balance. The ball of the foot comes to the back. Come to center. Good. Shift weight. I'll give you a little more advanced option this time around. So heel comes forward, hands rest on that table behind you. And this time, if your balance feels pretty good today, instead of pausing in the center, you can bring your foot straight through the back. I'll show you like this. But if that feels wobbly to you today, then go ahead and stick with pausing in the center for balance. Shifting weight. And again, you can have one hand on the counter or on the back of a chair. Other side, heel comes forward. I'm going to show you the advanced movement again. I'm going to come straight through to the back. Good, come to center, shifting weight. One more on each side. You can be wherever you want. You can take that pause in the center if you like, or you can come straight through. Shifting weight. And come to center. The second hip exercise, we're going to bring our hands to the side as if we're pushing against a wall. My top arm is about at shoulder height or a little bit lower, wherever's comfortable for your shoulder. The other hand, the fingers are just below my elbow. I'm going to shift weight in the direction of my hands. Have a little bend in that standing leg. Opposite leg stretches out. Leg comes in. Scoop the hands around to shift your weight. Opposite leg stretches out. And back to center, shake it out. We'll move down to knees. These are challenging, so again, if you want to have something nearby to hold on to, that's perfectly fine. So either holding on to something or have gentle open fists at your hips. We're going to shift weight to one side. I'll give you three options. We're going to come out on the ball of the foot. That's option one. You can stay right there. Option two, you can lift the leg. Option three, add a kick. Wherever you are, the opposite arm punches. Arm comes in, leg comes in. Good. Shifting weight to the other side. Option one, on the ball of the foot. Option two, add a lift. Option three, add the kick. Opposite arm punches. Arm comes in, leg comes in, shifting weight. We're looking for good control on the standing leg as we add the kick or stretch and as we return. Shifting weight. Ball of the foot, lift or kick, add the punch, and return. One more on each side. The second, the exercise starts in the same position. So that gentle open fist, or you can hold on to something. This one isn't quite as wobbly. We're going to shift weight to one side, this time coming out on the heel. Drop the foot down so your foot is flat. Bend your front knee to shift forward. Opposite arm punches. Good. Arm comes in, leg comes in. Shifting weight, coming out on the heel. Drop the foot down, bend your front knee, and punch. And shake it out. Moving down to ankles, so you can sit again at this point if you would like, or you can stay standing, or you can be near something where you have something to hold on to. So you can either hold on to something or put your hands on your dantian just below your belly button, one hand on top of the other. Shift your weight to one side. We're going to take the other foot and move it heel-toe. Good, shifting weight, same movement on the other ankle. Good, shifting weight, and then gently turn your foot, big toe, little toe, or if you're seated, you can draw a little smile. It's a little more challenging to do standing, but you can challenge yourself to do that too. Good, shifting weight, other foot. Again, either gently turning your foot in and out, or if you're seated, you can draw that smile with your foot. Okay, good. And we have our greeting, the right fist for strength, left hand for friendship, thumb comes in for humility, and the two hands come together. Perfect, so welcome back. So we're going to go through the beginner form. I have taught all of the movements over this past several months, but if you're new to this class, that's fine. I'll call the movements as we go through them, and if you're new to the movements, you can just watch or you can follow along. You may want to not worry about the arms if you're new to Tai Chi, and just see what the legs and feet are doing. Let the arms come later. So we'll go through the whole movement, and then we'll regroup. I have in mind at least one movement that I want to review today, and then we'll see what else. I wish I could see you in person so I could figure out which movements you would like to work on specifically, but that's okay. So get some water. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll go through the form. So if you've been doing this with me for a while, we're going to go through all the movements of the beginner form, and I'll call out the movements and give you some little hints along the way. If you're new, either watch or follow along. If you're following along, don't worry about the arms. They get kind of fancy, but focus on what my legs are doing, and I'm going to be where you can see my legs and feet. All right, so we start with our heels together. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Take a breath in and out. And commence Tai Chi. Take a breath in. Breathing out, soften your knees. Step with the left foot and step with the right foot. Arms come in, open, close. Right single whip, stepping out to the side. Shift forward, turn your palms towards the front of the room and look to the left. Shift onto your back leg, right hand and foot come in. 3 steps to the right, wave hands and clouds. Open, close. Left single whip. Shift, weight. Wave hands and clouds, 3 steps to the left. Open, close. Left brush knee. Step out with the left foot, brush past your knee, press and follow step. Play the loop, palms turn in, right foot comes back, right arm comes with it, empty step. Parry and punch. Turn your hands towards the front of the room. Step out with the left foot, bottom arm parries. Roll the arms, step out with the right foot, bottom hand parries. Make a block with the left arm, step straight ahead, punch and follow step. Block and close, stepping back, empty step, push the mountain, follow step, turn to face front, open, close. We'll do all those movements to the right, right brush knee, brushing past the right knee, press and follow. Play the loop, palms turn in, left foot comes back, bringing the arm with it, empty step. Parry and punch, turn your hands to the front of the room, step out, bottom hand parries. Roll the arms towards the back of the room, step out, bottom hand parries. Make a block, step and punch, follow step. Block and close, separate hands, empty step, push the mountain, follow step, turn to face front, heels together, open, close. And let everything settle for a minute. Good, and shake it out. All right, so I wanted to revisit the very first movement of our form today. So if you've been with me since I started doing these videos, I started video teaching, I think back in June, and started from the very beginning, worked our way through all of those movements that we just did. But it's been a while since we've revisited the very opening movement or commencement. And if you haven't done this class before, you came in sort of halfway through, you wouldn't have learned this movement. So I want to teach the opening movement today because it's actually a little more complicated than it seems like it ought to be. I'm going to start with the footwork, so I'll turn away from you so that we'll be on the same foot. So with this movement, let me start here. Okay, good. With this movement, we start with our heels together. I'm going to talk first. We start with our heels together. It doesn't work for everyone. So if that's not comfortable for you, you can just find a comfortable standing position. It's fine. It can bother your hips or your knees or your back. And it doesn't need to be a ballet turnout as far as I go, but just a comfortable position. So again, heels together if that works for you, and if not, just a comfortable standing position to start. All right. The other thing about our start position is we'll have our shoulders down and back, away from our ears. Think about a string pulling you up from the crown of your head so you're up nice and tall. And then I'll show you what the feet are doing. So we have that start position, again, the position that's comfortable for you. We'll start by softening the knees, so let your knees soften. We're going to shift our weight to the right, step with the left foot coming out onto the heel, drop your foot down just like we did in the warm-ups, shift your weight forward, and then step with your right foot so you end up with your feet straight ahead, pointing to the front of the room. Yeah? All right, we're going to do that a couple more times. So again, heels together or whatever start position is comfortable for you. Soften the knees, shift your weight, step with the left foot onto the heel, shift your weight forward, and step with the right. Okay. Let's do that once more. And then I'm going to change positions so you can see it from different angles. Heels together, soften the knees, stepping left, and stepping right. Good. So when you end, you should end up in just a comfortable standing position. Sometimes I like to show with my hands. Come a little bit closer. So pretend these are my feet. So we start with our feet together like this, and then we step with our left foot, and then we step with our right foot. So we end up with our feet next to each other, comfortable distance apart, so that we have nice balance. So I'm going to show you the same movement. I'm going to face you this time. I'm going to be your mirror. So you've been stepping forward with your left foot. You're going to continue to step with your left, but I'm going to step with this one. Doesn't matter which one this is, so that you'll be coming towards me with the same foot. All right, so again, heels together if that works for you. Shoulders are down and relaxed. Got the string pulling the crown of your head up to the ceiling. We start by softening the knees, shift your weight onto your right foot, step out with the left onto the heel, drop your foot down, shift your weight forward, and then step up with the right foot so your feet are next to each other and pointing straight ahead. Good. I'm going to do it once more facing this direction, and then I'll turn to the side. So soften the knees. Shift to your right, come out with your left foot on the heel, bring the toes down, shift your weight forward, and then step straight ahead with your right foot. So you end up, knees are soft, feet are pointing straight ahead, and you have some space between your feet. Some important details. Good. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to turn to the side this time so you can see what my foot is doing. So again, heels together, shoulders are down and relaxed. I'm going to put my hands on the dantian. You can put your hands wherever's comfortable. We're going to soften the knees. I'm going to shift weight to the right, come out with the left heel, drop the toes down, shift forward, and step in with my right foot. Yep. Okay, good. Shake it out. And now we're going to do the arms. And both arms are doing the same thing, so I can do this one facing you. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to face you. And you can sit for this part. If you need to sit for a little bit, it's fine. We start with our palms facing in. So when we did the warm-ups, we started with our palms facing down, right? We let our arms float up, and that's how we did the warm-ups. For this one, we're going to have our palms facing each other. I've got a little glare on me. Let me come over just a little. I might regret this, but let's see. There we go. I get out of that glare. Yeah, that's better. So palms will be facing in. The arms will float up to about heart height as we breathe in. So breathing in. And then as we breathe out, the arms come straight back down towards the dantian, towards the belly button, just below the waist. So let's do that again. So just letting the arms float up as you breathe in. Breathing out. The arms come back down. Good. Let's do that once more because it feels really good. So arms float up, breath in. And breathing out. Good. The next movement, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see a little better what my arms are doing. My arms are going to float up along my, along the rib cage really, along my chest wall, along the rib cage, again up to about heart height. And then they're going to reach forward a little bit. So I'm not going to come way out here. You can see what that does to my neck and shoulders, not so good. I'm going to come to this position. So we're going to put all those together. So again, starting with letting your arms float up, palms face each other, breathing in, breathing out. The hands come down towards the dantian, and then your hands will float up along your chest and reach forward a little bit. Yeah, keeping that bend. Good. Let's do that once more, and then I'll show you one more little bit with the arms. Arms float up, breathing in, breathing out. Good. Hands come in towards the dantian. Float up along your chest. Your hands will come out a little bit. And then the next movement is called open close. So from this position, again, shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. We're going to bring the arms in and then open close, taking a breath in and breathing out. And I like to show this from the front. So as I breathe in, my hands come apart just a little bit. As I breathe out, my hands come back together. So breathing in and out. And once more, breathing in and out. Good. All right, shake it out. All right, let's do the arms one more time together, and then I'll show you how we add the footwork in. I think I'm going to just face this way, kind of halfway. So we let the arms float up as we breathe in. Breathing out, the arms come down towards the dantian, come in towards your chest, up along your chest, and reach out. Not a full reach, right? Still have a little bend there. Arms come in, open, close, breath in and out. And then for now, we'll bring the arms down. Good. And relax, shake it out. Good. One other way of thinking about this movement, well, two ways of thinking about it. I always thought of doing like a choo-choo train. When we were kids, we used to do that, right? Sort of that circular motion. So we're kind of getting that circular motion. We only do it once, but we get that little bit of motion in our arms as we do the movement. The other way to think about it is pretend you have a ball, and you're going to bring your arm, you're holding the ball, you're going to ask your friend, do you want the ball? And your friend says, no. Say, okay, I'll keep the ball. You bring the ball up again. Are you sure you don't want the ball? And you offer it to your friend again. They take it, and then we bring our hands in for open close. That's just another way of thinking of the movement, so it might make a little more sense. All right, so now we're going to put that together with the legs. I'm still going to face you for this first time. So again, I'm going to be mirroring you. You're going to step forward with your left foot first. So we start with heels together. Good. And I'll call out left to right. But we start with our arms. So we'll let our arms float up as we breathe in. Breathing out, soften the knees. Shift your weight to the right. Step out with your left foot on your heel as your arms are floating up. Shift your weight forward, your arms come with you. And then step in with your right foot so your feet are next to each other. And here's that beautiful open close. Breath in and out. I'm going to turn to the side and we'll do that again. I'd just like you to have different angles to see the movement. And commence Tai Chi. Breath in, breathing out, soften the knees, stepping out with the left foot, and step out with the right foot. Hands come in, open, close, and closing. Good. I'm going to face away from you, and we'll do it one more time. Heels together, shoulders down, relaxed, and commence Tai Chi. Breath in, and breathing out. Stepping left, and step right. Hands come in, open, close. Good. And shake it out. All right, grab a sip of water, have a seat if you need to sit for a minute. All right, so hopefully that was helpful. It feels more complicated than it looks, and I find that a lot of times with the Tai Chi movements that they look pretty simple, and then you get all those little details, and all of a sudden it's a little confusing. All right, let me get my fan on. Got the wonderful afternoon sun coming into my bonus room, which is beautiful and warming up the room nicely. All right. So let's do a little practice with follow step and empty step. Actually, you know what? Last time we talked about Tai Chi walking, and so that was last Tuesday. So let's review that again. I like to visit that every once in a while. It's good to do it a couple weeks in a row. So Tai Chi walking, if you didn't see the class last time, is from the Yang style of Tai Chi, a little bit different from what we've been doing with this. But the same principles apply. Slow, gentle, smooth movement, some nice weight shifting, all with goals of relaxation, memory, focus, fall prevention, and helping with arthritis pain. So Yang style includes this Tai Chi walking as part of the form. And we played around with it last week, so I'm going to review that again. So we'll be going forward first. So I'm going to come towards you, and I'm going to put my hands probably in the dantian, in the small of my back, because I'll be going forward. You can put your hands wherever is comfortable for you. And we're going to start by shifting weight to one side. Doesn't matter which one. The other side, we're going to come straight ahead onto the heel, drop the foot down, shift your weight forward, rock back, the toes come up, and we rotate. So I'm rotating from my hip, not the ankle, not just doing that. Right, I'm rotating here, and then I'm going to shift onto it, put my weight on that leg. The other foot will come in for balance, just to the arch, and then straight ahead. So I'm stepping straight ahead on my heel, drop the toes down, shift forward, shift back, the toes come up, we rotate, step onto that foot, bring your weight onto it, and come in for balance. Good, and move back a little bit. Good. Coming straight ahead, rock forward, rock back, pick up the toes, rotate, shift onto it, and come in for balance. And you can see at this point I'm off at a little bit of an angle, but my step will always be straight ahead. So my step is straight ahead, rock forward, rock back, pick up the toes, rotate, shift, and come in for balance. So again, now I'm off at an angle. Next step is straight ahead. Rock forward, rock back, rotate, come in for balance. Good, we'll do one more. Rock forward, rock back, rotate, come in for balance. Good. I'm going to turn to the side, and I'll do the same thing so you can see how it looks from the side as well. All right. So same idea. I'm going to come out on my foot. I'm stepping straight ahead on my heel. Drop the foot down, rock forward. Notice my back heel stays down. So at this point, when I have my weight shifted forward, both my feet are nice and solid. I'm in a nice stable position. I've shifted my weight forward. Now I'm going to shift backwards. So I rock back, my front toes come up. I rotate, I shift onto that leg, and then I step in for balance. Stepping straight ahead, rock forward, rock back, rotate, and come in for balance. Stepping forward, rock back, rotate, come in for balance. One more time. Do it once more going the other way. I'm going to show you one that's a little bit, or just another option, it's a little bit more challenging. You can do it the same way that we've been doing it, or I'll show you a way that's just a little bit more challenging, which is not taking that balance step in the middle. So I'm going to come out on my heel, rock forward, rock back, rotate, shift onto it, and then instead of stopping to balance, I'm going to bring my legs straight through. Rock forward, rock back, rotate, and step. Rock forward, rock back, rotate, shift, and step. Rock forward, rock back, rotate. If that's too challenging, feel free to take that balance step in between. Rock forward, rock back, rotate, and step through. Yeah. Good. Shake it out. Shake out your legs too. All right. So that's forward walking. We're going to look at backwards walking next. Again, this is still from Young's style. The backwards walking we use for repulse monkey, and we use it for a couple other things. It's a little complicated. If you don't like it, just practice backwards walking. As I teach the fancier version, you can just take regular steps back. So as I've mentioned before, but again, this might be your first class, as we age, we get more and more afraid to walk backwards. But we really need to be able to safely take a step back without fear of falling and without falling. Yeah. So as I go through the movement, you may just want to take regular steps back, and that's fine. But I'm going to show you the fancy Tai Chi way, of course. I'm going to put my hands on the dantian. So my hands are forward as we're going backward, but wherever's comfortable for you. I'm going to start with my front foot, the toes are up. I'm going to step in to the arch of my other foot, and then that same foot is going to step back. I'm going to shift back. So now my weight's on my back foot. My front foot is going to kind of draw a C. So I'm going to step in towards the arch, and then I'm going to step back. My toes are pointed out a little bit. And then I shift back onto my back leg. Again, if this makes you crazy, just practice taking regular steps backward. So this is the hard part. My front foot, I'm going to lift the heel. I'm going to pivot on the ball of my foot. And then the ball of my foot comes in to the arch. I'm going to step back, landing on the ball of my foot, shift back. Front foot, the heel lifts. I rotate on the ball of my foot, step in, and step back, and shift back. Lift the heel, step in, and step back, lift the heel. Good. So same thing, I'm going to start over here and work my way backwards so you can see a little bit more of the detail. I'm going to start here. Boing. Okay, I'm good. So I'm going to step back, shift back. I'm going to rotate, straighten my front foot, come in for balance to the arch, step back on the ball of the foot, and shift back. Rotate the front foot, step in, and step back. Shifting back, rotate, step in, and step back. Rotate, step in, and step back. Once more. Good. I'm going to show you one more option, again, just a little bit more advanced option, which is to not take that pause in the middle. So you can still, so you have three options now. So option one is just to practice stepping backwards in a way that feels comfortable to you. You can always walk along a counter, like a kitchen counter, so that you have something to hold on to as you practice your backwards walking. So you can take just simple, ordinary backwards steps, or you can practice what we were just doing, which is shifting back, get your balance, step back. And then I'm going to show you a third, little more challenging option, which is to not take that pause in the middle. So I'm going to step back, shift back, straighten my front foot. I'm going to draw that C but not stop for balance. And then I step back. Straighten the front foot, draw my C and step back. Straighten, draw the C and step back. I'm going to do one more. Lost my balance that time. This is very challenging. There we go. All right, so that's the idea. Good. Shake it out. Have a seat if you'd like. Get some water if you'd like. Let me just check my time. And we are good. Okay, perfect. All right. So now we're going to shift our brain back again to Sun style, which is what our beginner form is based on. And we'll go through the full form again. We've spent quite a bit of time going over that opening movement. And what I want you to think about today as we go through the movements is allowing yourself some breathing time. So it's a beautifully designed form, and whenever we are switching from one part of the form to the next, we have that wonderful open close. So when we get to those today, I want you to really think about taking that breath in and breathing out. It's a good time to check in, see if your shoulders are relaxed, see if your toes are relaxed inside of your shoes, see if you have your knees nice and soft. So it's a really good time to check in. We may actually do a couple breaths each time we get to that open close. The other thing about open close is the idea is that as you take your breath in and your lungs open, your hands come apart just a little bit. And as you breathe out, your lungs kind of get a little bit smaller and your hands come back in. So I'm not doing this, right? My lungs don't go that big. So I start about at head width, and then I go to about shoulder width. So it's a relatively small movement, but it feels really good. You can also make sure that your fingers are relaxed at that point. So anytime we get to an open close, we'll do a couple open closes when we get there. And really, it's a nice time to kind of let your body relax a little bit and enjoy the movement before we go on to the next section of the form. So I'll try and remember to cue you for that. So shake it all out. Get some water if you need. All right. So we'll start with our heels together. Shoulders are down and relaxed. We'll start here. And commence Tai Chi. So we take a breath in. Breathing out, soften your knees. Step with the left foot as your hands come up. And step with your right foot. Arms arc in. Here's our first open close. So take a breath in. We'll do 3 of them. Breathing in and out. Right single whip. Stepping out to the right. Shift forward. Turn your palms to the front and look to the left. Transition onto your left leg. 3 steps to the right. Wave hands in clouds. Open, close. And let's do another open close. So again, good time to check in. See if your shoulders are relaxed, your toes are relaxed, your fingers have that nice softness to them. Good. Left single whip. Shifting forward, palms are forward. Look to the right. Shifting onto your back leg. Wave hands in clouds. 3 steps to the left. Open, close. left brush, oh sorry, let's do another open close, breath in and out. Once more. Left brush knee, shift, step and reach towards the front, step out, brush past your knee, press and follow step. Play the lute, turn both palms in, right foot comes back, bringing the right arm with it, empty step. Parry and punch, turn the hands towards the front of the room, step out, bottom hand parries, roll the arms, step out, bottom hand parries, make a block, step and punch, and follow step. Block and close. Empty step, push the mountain, follow step, turn to face front, open close, check in. See if your shoulders are relaxed, your knees are soft, hands are soft, holding that pretend ball. Right brush knee. Play the lute. And parry and punch. Lock and close. Push the mountain. Turn to face front. We end with heels together. Open, close. Let's do 2 more. Breath in and out. And once more. And closing. And shake it out. Good. I hope that felt good, just to kind of revisit some of those basics. All right, I think we have time enough to go through the form. Yes, we're going to go through one more time. Same form, we'll just do the regular 1 open close. I'm going to change the music. And I'm not going to talk at all this time. So usually I cue you for the new movements, but everything, there's nothing really new today. And so I want you to just enjoy the music, enjoy the movements, see if you can relax into it. And yeah, it's a nice way to end class. So let me switch the music. All right, heels together, shoulders down and relaxed, and commence Tai Chi. felt good, felt good to me. So we're going to do our cool down in just a second. So logistics, again, I'm recording for the Tuesday class, and I'm in person on Thursdays. So please feel free to come join me on Thursdays at 11 o'clock. Fitness center if the weather's not so good, outside if the weather is good. So if the weather looks really good, bring a hat and sunglasses, maybe a little jacket if it's a little cool. But it's delightful to practice our Tai Chi outside. So I hope to see you soon, and take good care. We'll do our cool down. You can be seated or standing, whichever you prefer. We're going to take our gentle open fist, and we're going to tap those muscles that work so hard for us. And then we'll do a tighten and relax. So take a breath in. Tighten up hands, feet, nose, toes, bellies, and bottoms, and let it go. Breath in. Tighten everything up, and let it go. And once more. Arms out to the side, breath in, and breathing out. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.